Enzo Maresca, your selection is never based on merit. It took the introduction of an 18-year-old to change the game for Chelsea. It took the introduction of a certain 18-year-old to open up the game for Chelsea. This is exactly what I'm saying about Maresca. If he is good enough, he is old enough. I don't care his age. He might be just 18, but this guy is a wonder kid. It wasn't just about Estevao. Some other players performed very well, which I'm going to get into in this review. Now, after the Sunderland game in which Chelsea lost, Chelsea needed to pick up maximum point at home. After the game in the Champions League against Karabakh, Chelsea needed to pick up all-important victory again, start winning games again in the Premier League. And exactly what Chelsea did today. It was important for Chelsea to pick up, maximum victory today. I predicted this game is going to end Chelsea 2-0, but they did one better and they won 3-0. 3-0. This is a very, very important victory for Chelsea. This is a very, very good win for Chelsea. Now, to me, I think this is Garnacho's best game arguably for Chelsea. 2 assists today. This is Garnacho's best game for Chelsea. If we should go by the first half, it was a very poor game. If we should go by the first half. But football is not played on one half. Chelsea in the first half was very, very poor. We'll get into that. But overall, the team played very well, got the all-important 3 points, got 3 goals, and conceded none, which is also very important for the team's confidence going into the international break and going into the next fixture, in Premier League as well. So, now, let's get into the talking point for today. Chelsea started this game very, very poorly. Gusto got a goal. First goal in senior football. For the first time, he has scored a goal in his career, which is very, very good against Wolves. Now, the game opened up at that point because this first half was very poor. The second half, it was a little bit better, with the introduction of Estevao. And immediately, an instant impact, it made an assist to João Pedro, who got the goal, an assist also from Garnacho to Gusto, and another assist from Garnacho to Pedro Neto, who got, his goal also against his former club, in today's game. Now, today is arguably the best game for Garnacho. He has been having some series of sinkers, some series of bad performances, but seriously, he made a very good, one this week, in the Champions League and again today. So that is a very good one from Garnacho as well. The most impressive player to me today has to be Enzo Fernandez. Yes, the first half he might not really get it, but this second half he showed why he's that class of a midfielder. The passes across the back line, the passes in front of Garnacho, and how he opened up the game with his passes made me, see him as the man of the match. He was very, very good. And indeed, he was the official man of the match for today. Let me know what you think about Chelsea 3-0 against Wolves and not conceding at home also, in this game. Now, let's go into the 5 things we learned from today's game. First of all, it's good to see Chelsea back scoring at home again. It is very, very important, to score at home again. I'm not saying Chelsea doesn't score goals, but Chelsea score goals and concede most of the time. Look at what happened against Sunderland. Chelsea could not break down those things. Chelsea could not break down and score multiple goals. Look at what happened against Brighton. So, it is good seeing Chelsea scoring goals again for 4, not 1, not 2, but 3 goals at home. Very, very impressive for me. Another thing we learned today was Gusto scoring it is important for wing backs, or for fullback to be free. Maresca have so caged these Chelsea wing backs, fullbacks up to the point that they get really caged and they hardly go forward. Gusto was allowed to move, in the second half, and he got a goal. That is what you need from your fullback. Sometimes goals might not come from, the strikers or the wingers, but your fullbacks can overlap and deliver something very good across the front line, across like a square play or something. The first half, there was nothing like that in the first half because nobody was running towards, the flank. Every ball in the first half was returned back. Garnacho, Neto was sending balls back. They cannot even beat their man. That's why I said the first half was very, very poor. So, Chelsea needs to allow the roaming of the fullbacks, especially for Maresca. Another thing we learned today was the wingers. Yes, the wingers are beginning to be productive again. Pedro Neto, if I should judge him by the first half, it was very poor. The second half, brilliant. Better than how he was in the first half, Finally, he got a goal. Garnacho was was sublime today, was fantastic in today's game. You know, he was very, very brilliant in the runs, the speed, especially after Wolves came out and not sit back. You know, he was running directly at the Wolves defender. That is what you need from your wingers. They need to get back. They need to get to the opposite fullbacks. They need to know how to take their man on and not always returning the ball backwards. Another thing we learned today is Maresca got it right from the bench today. I was really not happy that he didn't, start Estevao, because to me, I think Estevao deserved a start. Even if Chelsea didn't do well, during the Champions League, Estevao was different. Today, I believe Chelsea was supposed to start Estevao. Why? Because Wolves started with a back five, and for you to break a back five, you don't need too much wingers who have too much pace, but wingers who are technically good to break down low blocks. Now, if you have wingers like that who are technically good to break down low blocks like Gittins and Estevao, those are the kind of wingers you need for a back five. Yes, Garnacho did very, very well today, but what I'm trying to say in essence is Estevao is the kind of player you need to break down those kind of low blocks in the first half, But it was good that he brought him on and he changed the game. Chelsea hardly, I would not say too much, but hardly have players who come from the bench and change the game instantly. And Estevao is that player. To me, I say if he is good enough, he is old enough. I don't care his age. He has the skill, he has the confidence, he has everything to become a very, very good player. How old is Yemi Lamar? So this guy is good to me. He is the kind of player that can do something, that can break defense, that can score goals, that can make us look at his impact when he came into this game. Those are the kind of impact we need from the bench. Another thing we learned rather from today is a back five is a worry for Chelsea. A back five is a big worry for Chelsea, and it's all in the first half, because immediately Wolves open up. That was when Chelsea started seeing space behind the defense line. But once a team sits back, like what Sunderland did, Chelsea hardly break down those teams, and it's a worry. It's a big, big worry. Crystal Palace came to the Stamford Bridge, the first game of the season. Chelsea couldn't break down the low blocks, so low blocks is still a problem. Chelsea were buying wingers to break down low blocks. Chelsea were buying players, to break down low blocks. Delap was poor today. Very, very poor today. João Pedro was poor in the first half. If not, the second half, he was a different player. So whatever Maresca said in the dressing room was very important. The performance of the second half was very good. So I was very, very impressed with that. So let me know what you think about that as well, and share your thoughts also in the comment section. Now let's move to the next game, for today, which was earlier today. The first game, Manchester United against Wolves. Briefly, I think that game was a very, very kindly contested game. I predicted that game 2-2. If you have not seen that, check out my yesterday prediction. You will see that. I think Manchester United coming into this game needed to, bring the form of the unbeaten run they are in currently into this game. They draw their previous match against Nottingham Forest away from home. They needed to win, at Spurs. Spurs have not had the best of times or the best of starts to the Premier League at home. The last match against Chelsea, they lost at home. So Manchester United are coming with a good form, whether at home or away. They're coming with a good form against a Tottenham Hotspur side who their good form started from mostly away games, but the last match in the Champions League was a good one as well. So to me, I think that was a game that Manchester United needed to win. Manchester United went ahead with Mbeumo, who is currently the Premier League Player of the Month. Now, Manchester United were pegged back again, through a cross, and Matistel scored and also conceded again. If not for that late equalizer from Matis de Ligt, Manchester United would have lost that game. So 1-0 is never a good time or a good lead in football. So let me know what you think about that game, Manchester United 2 and also Tottenham Hotspur 2. The second game also I want to preview or review is Arsenal, Sunderland against Arsenal. That was a cracker of a game. Fantastic game for Sunderland. They have a very good home record, and they needed to have won that game. They needed to show what they are good of. Like yes, they currently sit high above, in the table. So they needed to show that to their fans as well. So that was a very, very good result for Sunderland. They have been a very good team this season, beating Chelsea away from home. They've not lost at home. They played Everton, Aston Villa, they played Brentford, they played West Ham. They played good teams. They played teams rather, at home, and they've not lost. So that was a good result for me. So Arsenal is that team they don't concede, but for you to put 2 goals past Arsenal, then you have a very good team. Defensively, you might not be really that solid, but this is the 2 best defense in the English Premier League playing against each other. It is always going to be tough. Arsenal knew that they faced the toughest team already this season. Forget the fact that they lost against Liverpool. This was the toughest game against an opponent this season. But let me know what you think about that game. That game ended Arsenal 2, Sunderland 2. Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you're new to this channel, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell. Till I come away again next time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I remain your boy Mikeway. Stay cool. Cheers.